Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends and fellow dreamers, today I want to talk about something that we often overlook in our busy lives, the idea of truly living. We think of death as the end, something that only happens at the very last moment of our life. But what if I told you that some of us are dying long before we take our last breath? What does it mean to die before your death? It means losing the spark that makes you you. It means giving up on your dreams, your passions, and your desires, all because of fear, doubt, or the weight of other people's opinions. It's the moment you stop pursuing what sets your soul on fire. It's the moment when you stop believing that life can still surprise you, even in the most difficult of times. We live in a world where we're taught to follow the rules, to conform, to seek approval. We're told to be practical, to settle for what we can get, to stop aiming too high. But let me tell you something. If you don't aim high, you'll never reach what you're truly capable of. You're not defined by your circumstances. You're not limited by your past. You're not a victim of what others think you should be. You have a choice. When you stop living the life you were meant to live, when you stop pushing yourself, when you give in to fear and uncertainty, that's when you've started dying. But here's the truth. As long as you have breath, you are still alive. You can change. You can choose. You can rise again no matter how many times you fall. You see, true death doesn't come when your heart stops beating. True death comes when your spirit stops fighting, when you let go of your dreams and your purpose, when you start saying, I can't instead of I will. Today I ask you, are you truly living? Are you chasing your dreams with fire in your heart? Or are you waiting for life to happen to you? Are you still the driver of your own journey? Or have you handed over the steering wheel to someone else? Don't wait for a perfect moment. Don't wait until everything is aligned. Don't wait for the world to give you permission to be extraordinary. The world is waiting for you to step into your power. You are not here by accident. Your existence has purpose. Your voice has power. Your dreams are valid, and your journey is yours to create. So let's stop dying before our death. Let's start living, really living, with courage, with passion, and with unshakable belief in ourselves. And let's go after what we deserve, no matter how hard it gets, because when we decide to truly live, we bring light to the world around us, and that is the greatest legacy we can leave behind. Live fully, live boldly, live fearlessly. Sure, here's an expanded version of Keynote 1, as requested. Often in life, we find ourselves settling for less than what we are truly capable of. We might convince ourselves that the dreams we once had are too far out of reach or too difficult to achieve. We may feel as though we are not deserving of the great things we imagine for ourselves. We become accustomed to living within the boundaries we've set for ourselves or the boundaries others have set for us. We let the pressures of life, the judgments of others, and our own insecurities shape what we think is possible. But this is not the life we were meant to live. The truth is, every single one of us has a unique potential. Within us lies the ability to achieve greatness, to break barriers, and to live a life filled with purpose, passion, and fulfillment. Yet, so often, we allow ourselves to get caught up in the mundane, the comfortable, and the predictable. We don't push ourselves beyond what we know because we're afraid of failure, afraid of rejection, or simply afraid of what might happen if we step out of our comfort zones. But here's the thing, comfort is the enemy of growth. If you want to reach your true potential, you must first be willing to step outside of your comfort zone. You must be willing to face discomfort and uncertainty head on, because that is where real transformation occurs. Only when you challenge yourself, when you push past your self-imposed limits, can you truly begin to see what you are capable of. We often look at successful people, those who have made a mark in the world, and think that they are somehow different from us. We assume they were born with some special gift or that they had opportunities we didn't have. While it's true that some people may have had different circumstances, what truly sets successful people apart is not just talent or luck. It's the belief they had in their own potential. They didn't settle for less. They took risks, they overcame challenges, and they kept going even when the path wasn't clear. They believed in their ability to succeed even when others doubted them. This is the mindset that we all need to adopt if we are to achieve greatness in our own lives. The belief in your own potential is the first step toward realizing what you are truly capable of. Without it, you will never take the necessary actions to push yourself further. You'll stay stuck in the same patterns, the same routines, and the same limitations. But when you believe in yourself, you begin to see the possibilities. You begin to see the opportunities that others might overlook. You become open to taking risks and trying new things. And when you try new things, even if you fail, you learn, you grow, and you move closer to realizing your full potential. Believing in your potential means letting go of self-doubt. It means refusing to let the negative voices in your head dictate your actions. We all have an inner critic that tells us we're not good enough, that we can't do it, that we're not worthy of success. This voice often comes from past experiences, from failures, from rejections, or from the expectations others have placed upon us. But it is a lie. That inner critic does not have the final say in your life. You do. When you start to believe in your own potential, you stop waiting for external validation. You stop looking for permission from others to pursue your dreams. You stop seeking approval and start trusting yourself. You understand that your potential does not depend on the opinions of others. It depends on your willingness to believe in yourself and take action. The world will always have critics, but it's your own belief in your capabilities that will carry you through. It's important to remember that potential is not something that is fixed. It is not something you either have or don't have. It is something that grows and evolves over time. Just because you may not see your full potential today doesn't mean it's not there. Just because you haven't yet achieved all that you want doesn't mean you can't. Every experience you go through, every challenge you face, and every decision you make brings you closer to discovering your true capabilities. Realizing your full potential requires patience, it requires persistence, and it requires a mindset that is willing to continuously evolve and learn. It's not about instant success or achieving perfection. It's about taking small, consistent steps toward the person you are meant to become. The journey toward realizing your potential is not linear. There will be setbacks, obstacles, and times when you question whether it's worth it. But those are the moments when your true strength is tested. It's easy to keep going when things are going well, but it's the ability to keep moving forward in the face of adversity that will truly determine whether you unlock your potential or let it remain dormant. Too often we underestimate the power of persistence. We look at the successes of others and assume that they had it easy, that they were simply born with something special that we lack. But the truth is, behind every success story is a story of perseverance, resilience, and a refusal to settle for less. These individuals didn't give up when the going got tough. They didn't stop when they faced rejection or failure. Instead, they took those experiences as lessons, as stepping stones toward their ultimate goal, and that's exactly what you must do as well. If you want to realize your full potential, you must commit to the long haul. You must understand that the path to success is not a straight line. It's a winding road filled with twists and turns, detours, and unexpected challenges. But if you stay committed to your vision and your goals, if you continue to believe in your own potential, even when it feels out of reach, you will eventually get there. And the person you become in the process will be far more powerful than the person you were at the beginning. Another crucial aspect of realizing your potential is surrounding yourself with the right people. The people you spend the most time with have a profound impact on your mindset and your belief in yourself. If you surround yourself with individuals who constantly doubt your abilities or who try to hold you back, you will begin to doubt yourself as well. But when you surround yourself with people who uplift you, who encourage you, and who believe in your potential, you are more likely to believe in yourself as well. These individuals don't have to be the most successful or the most accomplished. They simply need to be people who inspire you to be the best version of yourself, who push you to grow, and who support you when you face obstacles. Sometimes realizing your potential also means letting go of people who are holding you back. It means distancing yourself from those who don't support your dreams, who discourage you, or who drain your energy. As difficult as this may be, it is essential for your growth. You cannot continue to grow if you are surrounded by negativity and doubt. In order to unlock your true potential, you must create an environment that fosters growth, positivity, and encouragement. Realize that realizing your potential is not about competing with others. It's not about comparing yourself to others and trying to outdo them. It's about focusing on your own journey, your own growth, and your own dreams. Everyone's path is different, and just because someone else may have achieved something you want doesn't mean you can't achieve it too. Instead of looking at others as competition, see them as inspiration. Learn from their experiences, celebrate their successes, and use their achievements as proof that your own potential is just as limitless. Every single one of us has a unique gift, a unique purpose, and a unique path to follow, and the world needs what only you can offer. Your potential is not something to be taken lightly. It is something to be nurtured, cultivated, and pursued with everything you have. Don't let fear, doubt, or the limitations of others hold you back from becoming the person you are meant to be. The world is waiting for you to step into your power. And when you do, you will be amazed at the impact you can have, not only on your own life, but on the lives of those around you. So ask yourself, what would you do if you truly believed in your potential? What would you attempt if you knew you could not fail? The answers to these questions hold the key to your future. It's time to stop settling for less than you deserve. It's time to start believing in the incredible person you are and the limitless potential you hold. You are capable of far more than you can imagine, and it's time to step into that greatness. Fear and doubt are two of the most common barriers that hold us back from achieving our full potential. These emotions are natural and they arise in many situations throughout our lives. However, when we allow them to control us, they prevent us from moving forward, from reaching for our dreams, and from stepping into the person we are meant to be. The truth is, fear and doubt often have a grip on us because they are familiar. They feel safe in a way. They can keep us in our comfort zones, and though we may not be happy there, we know what to expect. But true growth, transformation, and success only happen when we face these fears, challenge them, and push through them. Fear is a powerful force. It can be paralyzing, making us second-guess ourselves, hold back from taking risks, and avoid opportunities that might push us beyond what we think we can do. It can take many forms: fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of not being good enough. But it is important to remember that fear is not something to be feared. It is simply a signal that you are on the edge of growth. Fear arises when you are about to do something unfamiliar, something outside of your comfort zone. This is where the magic happens. It's the place where change occurs, and it's where you begin to break through the limitations you've placed on yourself. When we allow fear to control us, we stop ourselves from reaching our true potential. We tell ourselves that we aren't capable of achieving what we want because we're afraid of failing. We convince ourselves that we're not good enough or that we don't have what it takes. But the truth is that every person who has ever achieved anything significant in life has had to face their own fears. What sets them apart is not that they were fearless, but that they learned to act in spite of their fear. They didn't let fear dictate their decisions. Instead, they chose to move forward, even when they didn't feel ready, even when the uncertainty loomed large. It's important to acknowledge that fear is not inherently bad. It's a human emotion that serves a purpose. It keeps us safe, helps us avoid danger, and provides us with a heightened sense of awareness. However, when fear becomes an obstacle that stops us from pursuing our dreams, it's time to confront it. Instead of letting fear paralyze us, we must learn to embrace it as a part of the process. When you feel fear, it means you are growing, stepping into new territory, and challenging yourself in ways that will ultimately help you evolve. The goal isn't to eliminate fear entirely, but to learn how to move forward despite it. Fear doesn't disappear, but your ability to act in the face of it will strengthen over time. Doubt, on the other hand, is often a silent killer of dreams. It's a voice in our head that tells us we are not enough, that we'll never make it, or that we're not worthy of success. Doubt is a subtle force that undermines our confidence and keeps us from taking action. It often arises when we are about to do something that takes us outside of our familiar world. It whispers to us that we are not qualified, not skilled enough, or not deserving of what we are striving for. But doubt, like fear, is not a reflection of the truth. It is a reflection of our insecurity, our lack of belief in ourselves, and our limited perspective on what we are capable of. We often doubt ourselves because we are afraid of making mistakes. We fear being judged, criticized, or rejected. We convince ourselves that if we make a mistake, it will define us and we will never recover from it. But the reality is that mistakes are a natural part of the learning process. Every successful person has failed, stumbled, and made mistakes along the way. What separates those who succeed from those who don't is not the absence of failure, but their ability to keep going despite it. They understand that failure is not a permanent state, but a stepping stone on the path to success. When you embrace the possibility of failure as a part of the journey, you are no longer controlled by doubt. Instead, you become empowered to take risks and pursue your goals without fear of the outcome. One of the most significant ways to overcome fear and doubt is through action. Often we allow fear and doubt to hold us in a state of inaction. We become so consumed by what might go wrong that we never take the first step. But action is the antidote to fear. The more you act, the less power fear and doubt have over you. The simple act of moving forward, no matter how small the step, weakens the hold that fear and doubt have on your mind. Each time you take action, despite feeling fearful or doubtful, you prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you think. This builds your confidence and resilience, and over time, you begin to silence the voices of fear and doubt that once controlled you. It's also crucial to remember that fear and doubt are not a reflection of your true abilities. They are simply mental and emotional obstacles that exist in your mind. Just because you feel fear or doubt doesn't mean you are incapable. It doesn't mean you are not worthy or not good enough. It simply means that you are facing something that challenges you. It means you are on the verge of something great, and your mind is trying to protect you from the unknown. Recognize this for what it is. An opportunity for growth. Another way to overcome fear and doubt is to surround yourself with people who believe in you. When you are surrounded by positive, supportive people who encourage your dreams and believe in your abilities, it becomes easier to push through fear and doubt. These people serve as reminders that you are capable, that you are worthy, and that you are not alone in your journey. Their belief in you can help you regain faith in yourself when your own belief wavers. Remember, the presence of fear and doubt does not mean that you are weak or incapable. It means that you are human and you are stretching yourself beyond your current limits. Instead of letting these emotions stop you in your tracks, choose to act despite them. Embrace the discomfort and uncertainty as a sign that you are growing, evolving, and moving closer to your true potential. When you stop letting fear and doubt control your decisions, you open yourself up to the infinite possibilities that life has to offer. Taking ownership of your journey is one of the most powerful actions you can take in life. It means recognizing that you and only you have the power to shape your destiny. The truth is, we often allow external forces, whether they are the opinions of others, societal expectations, or circumstances beyond our control, to dictate the direction of our lives. We wait for permission for the right time, or for the perfect conditions before taking action. But waiting for these things is a trap. It leaves us stagnant, waiting for a change that may never come unless we create it ourselves. When you take ownership of your journey, you stop blaming others or external factors for where you are. Instead, you accept full responsibility for your choices, your actions, and your results. This doesn't mean you take the blame for every difficulty or setback you face, but it means that you acknowledge that you have the power to respond to life's challenges. How you navigate your circumstances, how you react to setbacks, and how you move forward are all within your control. No one else can live your life for you, nor should they. This is your story, and it's up to you to decide how it unfolds. Too often, people are caught in a cycle of waiting for someone to tell them what to do, waiting for the right opportunity to come knocking on their door, or waiting for the perfect moment to act. But the perfect moment never arrives. We all have dreams, goals, and aspirations, but it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that we will only pursue them once everything is perfectly aligned. The problem with this mindset is that life is rarely predictable. It is messy, uncertain, and full of challenges. If we wait for things to be just right, we may find ourselves waiting forever. Taking ownership means choosing to act even when the conditions aren't ideal. It means understanding that success is not about waiting for the right time, but about making the most of the time you have. It's about realizing that you don't need anyone's permission to start chasing your dreams. Your journey is yours to define, and no one else can give you the approval or validation that you need to pursue what truly matters to you. You are the author of your own story, and it's time to stop letting others control the narrative. One of the most important aspects of taking ownership is letting go of the idea that someone else should be responsible for your happiness, success, or fulfillment. For far too long, people have relied on others to define their worth or to set the course for their lives. Some wait for a mentor, a teacher, or a partner to show them the way. While guidance and support from others can be valuable, ultimately, you are the one who has to take the steps toward your own growth. No one else can live your life for you, and no one else can build your dreams for you. When you begin to take ownership of your journey, you start to realize that you are the one who has to put in the effort. No one will care about your dreams as much as you do. No one will fight for your vision like you will. This means you have to be the one to show up for yourself day in and day out. Whether you're facing challenges, overcoming self-doubt, or simply staying consistent in your efforts, it's up to you to stay committed to your path. Success doesn't happen because someone else is pushing you. It happens because you decide that you are worthy of success and that you're willing to work for it. There's a sense of freedom that comes with taking ownership. It's the freedom to make mistakes without blaming others, the freedom to pursue your goals without waiting for external approval, and the freedom to create your own opportunities. When you take ownership of your journey, you stop being a passive participant in your life. You stop sitting back and letting life happen to you. Instead, you actively shape the course of your future. You start to recognize that you are not a victim of your circumstances, but a creator of your reality. This mindset shift is powerful because it allows you to take control over how you respond to adversity. Life will never be without its struggles. There will always be obstacles, failures, and setbacks along the way. But when you take ownership of your journey, you stop viewing these challenges as roadblocks that prevent you from moving forward. Instead, you see them as opportunities for growth. You begin to understand that every setback is a setup for a comeback, that every failure is a lesson, and that every hardship brings with it the possibility of greater strength, resilience, and wisdom. Taking ownership also means being willing to make the hard choices. Often we want to avoid discomfort or take the easy path because it feels safer. But when you take ownership, you understand that growth rarely happens in comfort zones. It happens when you push yourself beyond what feels easy and familiar. Sometimes this means making sacrifices, whether it's giving up something you love or facing your fears head on. But each decision, no matter how difficult, is a step closer to the life you truly want to live. One of the most empowering aspects of taking ownership is that it allows you to set your own pace. You don't have to follow someone else's timeline. You don't have to compare yourself to others or feel as though you should be at a certain point in life based on society's expectations. Your journey is unique to you, and you have the power to decide what success looks like for you. Whether you achieve it in 5 years or 50, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you are taking ownership of your dreams and pursuing them in your own way. So what does it mean to take ownership of your journey? It means accepting full responsibility for your life. It means realizing that the choices you make today shape the reality you experience tomorrow. It means committing to yourself and your goals, no matter what obstacles come your way. It means understanding that you are not passive in your life. You are an active participant in creating your future. Living with purpose and passion is a powerful way to navigate through life. When you are driven by a sense of purpose, everything you do becomes meaningful. Your actions align with your values, and your decisions are guided by a deeper understanding of what truly matters to you. Passion is the fuel that keeps you moving forward, even in the face of obstacles, setbacks, and challenges. It's that fire inside you that refuses to be extinguished, no matter how tough things get. When you combine purpose with passion, you create a life that feels intentional, fulfilling, and truly your own. Purpose is the reason behind everything you do. It's what gives your life direction and meaning. Without purpose, it's easy to feel lost or aimless. Many people go through life on autopilot, moving from one day to the next without ever really questioning why they do what they do or what they hope to achieve. This lack of purpose can lead to feelings of emptiness, dissatisfaction, and frustration. On the other hand, when you live with purpose, every step you take has a deeper significance. You know why you're doing it, and that knowledge keeps you motivated and focused. Purpose allows you to connect your actions to something larger than yourself. Whether it's a cause you care deeply about, a personal goal you're striving to achieve, or a vision of the kind of person you want to become. Finding your purpose is not always easy, and it doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey that requires self-reflection, exploration, and sometimes even trial and error. But when you start asking yourself important questions, like what makes you feel truly alive, what kind of impact you want to have on the world, or what you're willing to fight for, you begin to uncover the core of your purpose. It may not be crystal clear at first, and it may evolve over time, but once you tap into your purpose, it becomes the foundation for everything you do. Passion is what keeps that purpose alive. It's the energy and enthusiasm that propel you forward when times are tough. Passion is what makes you excited to get out of bed in the morning, ready to take on the challenges of the day. It's the driving force that pushes you to go above and beyond, to keep learning, growing, and improving, even when the road is difficult. Passion doesn't just make your work feel fulfilling. It makes your entire life feel more vibrant and meaningful. When you are passionate about something, you pour your heart and soul into it. You become fully engaged in the present moment, and time seems to fly by as you immerse yourself in the process. When you live with passion, you stop going through the motions. You stop doing things just because you have to or because it's what others expect of you. Instead, you start to pursue the things that make you feel alive, whether it's your career, a creative pursuit, your relationships, or your personal growth. Passion connects you to the work you do and the people you meet, making everything feel more authentic. It allows you to experience the world with a sense of wonder and excitement because you are aligned with what you truly care about. Passion brings a sense of joy and fulfillment that nothing else can replace. Living with purpose and passion requires commitment. It's not always easy to stay focused on your goals, especially when challenges arise. It's easy to become distracted by the pressures of life, by the expectations of others, or by the lure of comfort and convenience. But when you are living with purpose, you are willing to make sacrifices. You understand that your dreams are worth the effort, and you are ready to push through the difficult times to achieve them. Living with purpose and passion means you are constantly striving to become the best version of yourself. It means showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it, and giving your best in everything you do. It means persevering through obstacles and setbacks, knowing that the pursuit of your purpose is what will keep you moving forward. Another important aspect of living with purpose and passion is the courage to stay true to yourself. In a world that often tells you to follow the crowd or conform to societal expectations, it can be easy to lose sight of what truly matters to you. But when you live with purpose, you are clear on your values and beliefs, and you don't compromise them for the sake of fitting in. You are willing to take risks and make decisions that may not always be popular, because you know that staying true to your purpose is more important than seeking external validation. Passion gives you the courage to be authentic, to pursue what you love, and to build a life that reflects who you are at your core. Living with purpose and passion also means being resilient in the face of challenges. Life is full of ups and downs, and there will always be moments of doubt, frustration, and adversity. But when you are driven by purpose and fueled by passion, you have the strength to keep going, even when things aren't going as planned. You understand that setbacks are not failures. They are opportunities to learn, grow, and adapt. Your passion and purpose help you stay focused on the bigger picture, even when the details get messy. They remind you that the journey is just as important as the destination, and that every step you take, no matter how difficult, brings you closer to your goal. When you live with purpose and passion, you inspire others. Your energy and enthusiasm are contagious, and people around you can't help but be motivated by your example. You become a source of inspiration, showing others that it's possible to live a life that is aligned with their deepest values and desires. Your passion encourages others to pursue their own dreams, and your purpose becomes a beacon of light that guides others on their own journeys. The impact of living with purpose and passion extends far beyond your own life. It creates a ripple effect that touches the lives of everyone you encounter. To live with purpose and passion is to live a life that feels meaningful and authentic. It's to wake up each day with excitement and enthusiasm, knowing that you are doing something that matters. It's to feel connected to something larger than yourself, whether it's a cause, a vision, or a set of values. It's to embrace the challenges and the rewards that come with pursuing your dreams, knowing that every step you take brings you closer to the life you are meant to live. Living with purpose and passion is not always easy, but it is always worth it. One of the most powerful things you can do for yourself is to believe in your own worth. Often we are so caught up in what others think of us or how we measure up to society's standards that we forget to acknowledge our own value. We become our harshest critics, constantly questioning our abilities, our worthiness, and our right to succeed. But the truth is, no one else can define your worth but you. It's a deep internal sense of value that comes from within, not from the approval or opinions of others. When you start to truly believe in yourself, you unlock a sense of power and confidence that allows you to pursue your dreams without hesitation or fear of judgment. Believing in your worth begins with understanding that you are enough, just as you are. Society often conditions us to believe that we need to be more, do more, or have more in order to be worthy. We measure our worth by external factors such as success, appearance, or the approval of others. But true worth is not determined by any of these things. It is an inherent part of who you are. Your worth doesn't come from what you have or what you've accomplished. It comes from simply being. You are worthy because you exist. You are worthy because you are unique with your own strengths, talents, and experiences that make you who you are. When you truly believe in your worth, you stop seeking validation from external sources. You stop relying on others to tell you that you're good enough. And you start to recognize that you are enough on your own. This shift in mindset allows you to break free from the constant need for approval. You stop comparing yourself to others because you understand that your journey is unique. You don't have to measure up to anyone else's standards. And you certainly don't need to seek out someone else's approval to feel good about yourself. When you believe in your worth, you understand that you are worthy of all the success, happiness, and love that life has to offer without having to earn it or prove it to anyone. Believing in your worth also means letting go of self-doubt. We all have moments when we question our abilities or wonder if we are capable of achieving our goals. This is natural, but it's important not to let self-doubt hold you back. Doubt is a voice in your head that tells you that you are not good enough, that you don't have what it takes, or that you don't deserve success. But that voice is a lie. It is rooted in fear, insecurity, and past experiences, not in truth. When you believe in your worth, you acknowledge that these doubts are not a reflection of your true potential. You recognize that you are capable of achieving your dreams, regardless of the obstacles or setbacks that may come your way. Belief in your worth gives you the strength to take action, even when the path ahead feels uncertain. Another key element of believing in your worth is accepting yourself fully. We are all imperfect beings, and it's easy to get caught up in the things we don't like about ourselves. Whether it's physical appearance, personality traits, or past mistakes, it's common to feel as though we need to change who we are in order to be worthy of love, success, or happiness. But the truth is that your imperfections are what make you human. And it's going to happen to all of us. No one is inherently perfect. And many of us, we need to learn our true worth. You're part of what makes you unique and valuable. When you believe in your worth, you accept all parts of yourself, the strengths and the weaknesses, the successes and the failures. You stop trying to be someone you're not and embrace the person you truly are. Accepting yourself fully allows you to experience self-love and self-compassion, which are essential for living a fulfilling and empowered life. Believing in your worth also means setting healthy boundaries. When you don't believe in your worth, you may allow others to treat you in ways that are not respectful or fair. You may feel as though you don't deserve better or that you should settle for less than what you deserve. But when you believe in your worth, you recognize that you are deserving of respect, kindness, and love. You set boundaries that honor your needs, your values, and your well-being. This could mean saying no to people or situations that drain your energy, asking for what you need, or standing up for yourself when necessary. Setting boundaries is a form of self-respect and an essential part of believing in your worth. When you honor yourself and your needs, you teach others to do the same. Furthermore, believing in your worth empowers you to pursue your dreams and take risks. When you know that you are worthy of success, you are more likely to step outside of your comfort zone and go after what you truly want. You stop holding yourself back because you are afraid of failure or rejection. Instead, you take action, knowing that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. Believing in your worth gives you the confidence to face challenges head-on, to try new things, and to push past your fears. You understand that failure is not a reflection of your worth. It's simply a part of the journey towards success. And even if things don't go as planned, you know that your worth remains unchanged. Belief in your worth also allows you to cultivate gratitude and celebrate your achievements. Often, we are so focused on what we haven't achieved yet or what we think we're lacking that we fail to recognize the progress we've made. When you believe in your worth, You acknowledge the hard work, dedication, and resilience that have brought you to where you are today. You celebrate your victories, no matter how small, and recognize that each step you take is a reflection of your value and strength. Gratitude for your own efforts and accomplishments strengthens your belief in your worth and encourages you to keep moving forward.